recognized symbol of excellence for your entertainment.
Maybe you're tired and broken. Your tongue is twisted with words half-spoken and thoughts unclear. What do you want me to do? To do for you, to see you through?
Why are you talking like that?
Just quoting the dead. I know it always makes me feel better.
What? Quoting the Who?
Not the Who. The Grateful Dead.
Welcome to Machino Music, the show that puts the music in Machino music, with your host, me, Brett Strong. Today on Machino Music, it's Grateful Dead, Top 10 Songs, Cherry Garcia. Good afternoon, everybody. Grateful Dead, Top 10 Songs, that's what we're doing here. Grateful Dead, much like Pink Floyd and the Pink Floyd Top 10 Songs, they were kind of a slow burn for me. But I do really like the Grateful Dead. I thought, I think I can do this. I mean, they're one of those bands that they just kind of put you in a good mood. Like, they're kind of a happy kind of band to listen to. And they're of course the quintessential jam band. I mean, known for their big long jams. Also the most bootlegged band in rock and roll history. I mean, there's so much out there. So many live performances, because and I don't know if I'd get on a bus and follow them all around the damn USA, all over the damn North America. I don't know if I do that, but yeah, but put you in a good mood. I'm also not a drug guy, so I don't know, it's probably not my vibe, but I dig these tunes, and I dig the Grateful Dead, so. Yeah, these are my 10 favorite songs. If you don't hear your favorite, that's okay. These all songs kind of hit you differently, different times. So let's get right into it here. Coming in number 10 from the A Beautiful American Beauty album, Box of Rain. It's just one of those songs. It's just really no other song like it. And American Beauty is one of those albums, it just kind of put on and just kind of, all right, I'm gonna kind of chill here, as the kids like to say.
You know what? I'm gonna loan it to you. Put it on while you're studying for finals, and soon you'll be raring to go to that academic summit.
Just a really cool tune. Love that. Love the melody of it. Love the lyrics. I mean, it's just one of those songs. A lot of Grateful Dead tunes have really sort of meaningful lyrics where you kind of can read into them, and they have but they don't try to be overly political, try to really say something. It's more to just you make you feel good. So even does have kind of a deeper kind of meaning to it. You can still kind of interpret it differently and just feel the song in your own way. And I feel Box of Rain is kind of one of those songs you can just kind of feel it any way you want. So yeah, I love that tune. Next up, coming number 9, from Blues for Allah. Really cool album cover. Love that album cover. I'm going to point up to it just because it's cool. Song The Music Never Stopped. It's just kind of like a party tune. You put this on at a party and you can have a lot of fun. And it's the song's only like over 4 minutes, but you could just keep going because you want a song called The Music Never Stopped to never stop. And it's one of those kind of songs. I mean, it's got a real funky feel, which I really like. Yeah, really cool tune. Really could kind of party tune, very upbeat. Dig it. Coming number 8. From Shakedown Street, the title track, Shakedown Street. Another one with a cool, funky feel. This one is the kind of song, when it sounds like you're walking down a street. This is like I'm cool walking down the street kind of music. And that song, when I'm walking around the street and I walk around in the big city, I have this song stuck in my head. And it makes me feel like I'm cool. I'm probably not, but if this song is playing in my head, it makes me feel like, yeah, I'm a boss. I'm the king of this town. Yeah, that's just the vibe of that tune. Yeah, cool, funky, dig it. Next up, from Wake of the Flood, have the song Here Comes the Sunshine. I mean, not much you can say about this song other than, it's just a good feel-good song. Good feel-good, feel-good. That's what it is. It just makes you feel good. So, yeah, Here Comes the Sunshine. Don't really need to explain much about that other than, makes you feel something. All right, coming number 6 from the In the Dark album, Throwing Stones. I've seen this song described as pure art. Can't disagree. I mean, the lyrics are like poetry. It's just great. And actually the In the Dark album had the band's biggest commercial hit, at least that made them MTV stars, which was the song Touch of Grey, which is a great tune, but just like a really obvious one. I mean, it's not on my list. I really like the song, but it's just way too obvious because that was like the big commercial hit with the video, and they're like all skeletons, and it's like a fun video. Also, Hell in a Bucket was kind of sort of like kind of a MTV single, and another one that I almost put, but then again it's kind of obvious. Throwing Stone is just one of those songs it's a political song. It kind of holds up really well. I mean, it's basically talking about the stuff politicians throwing stones, and all these wars and everything else. It's almost like it's never going to end. And really, this song holds up today. You put this on right now, and it just yeah, we're still living in it. Politicians throwing stones. It's just and the wars are not going to end. And the song was released as a single, but I think it's 7 minutes and 21 seconds, so not the most radio friendly kind of song. It's probably it'd be kind of like what we would call in when I was broadcasting school, the I have to take a dump song. So the DJ puts on a long song. It probably means he's got to take a big one. So he's going to be in the bathroom for a while. What am I talking about? Okay, coming in number 5 from Go to Heaven, which might be my favorite Dead album. The song Feel Like a Stranger. Again, another one that has a cool, funky vibe. I love the bass line on it. And I just love the vocals. Again, I really like the vocals on Grateful Dead. They have this very pleasant sounding. I love Jerry Garcia's voice. Love Bob Weir's voice. Weir kind of did more of the rockers, kind of more talking, kind of like he has something to say. Where Jerry's kind of more the laid back kind of vibe. And yeah, but I just love the vocals on Grateful Dead tunes. And this one I just always really like. Feel Like a Stranger, because we all kind of feel like a stranger sometimes. I feel like a stranger right now. I feel like a stranger to myself. Next up, coming number 4. These are not ranked in any particular. These aren't in any particular order. I keep numbering them. They're numbered because I'm not trying to say one's better than the other. It's just easier to number them. So, but yeah, number 4 from the Built to Last album, Foolish Heart. Now this one, I get this one stuck in my head. It's in my head right now. I mean, so the most, for me at least, the most, the biggest earworm Grateful Dead tune. It's just so great. I just love it. And the lyrics are very identifiable. I mean, because we've all loved and lost. You give a foolish heart. You could have a foolish heart. The person you give your heart to, they could have a foolish heart. And in the lyric, I mean, this one line: a foolish heart will call on you to throw your dreams away. Whoa! What a line! Bob Hunter, Jerry Garcia writing this tune. Yeah, just love that lyric, and it's just this song. Again, it just gets stuck in my head. It's just one of those tunes I can't get out of my head. When I'm going to get a Grateful Dead tune stuck in my head, it's usually this one. Yeah, just love it. Foolish Heart. Very identifiable. All right, coming in number 3 from American Beauty, Truckin'. Now this song I first heard about in a guitar magazine saying like it's like the best solos, and it said like this like great Jerry Garcia guitar solo. I want to hear it because I got to hear every single solo that they've mentioned in this magazine. I got to hear every single song. So I listened to this and I was like, I really just fell in love with the song more than just a guitar solo. It's a great guitar solo, but I just fell in love with the whole song. I mean, I love the vibe of it. It's a really cool tune. And this song just, it really makes me think of the 70s. Like, I didn't grow up in the 70s. I'm an 80s baby. But like, I've always been sort of fascinated with the 70s, especially like certain eras, certain like times, certain like just certain parts. Like, and this song just makes me think, because right at the beginning of the 70s, and it just sort of makes me just think of the catchphrase, keep on truckin'. So it's just like very much a 70s song for me. Like one of those songs like I was going to put together like a playlist, my Spotify, of 70s tunes, and you're going chronological to kick off the decade, 1970, I'm putting truckin'. And that just kicks the whole thing off. So yeah, just dig that tune, Truckin'. Truckin'. All right, coming in number 2. We're in the top 2, everybody. From Working Man's Dead, Uncle John's Band. Now, this song I've mentioned on the show before. I have to mention again, just because the song makes me think of my Uncle John. My Uncle John got me into so much great music, and he was in a band. He recently passed away, as I've mentioned, so I've been thinking about him a lot, especially doing this show and how he got me into so much music. He was in a band, and they was actually very close. I think it was like late 60s, early 70s, and they almost, from what I've heard, they like almost like really made it big, but didn't work out for whatever reason. But he was just like always kind of stuck with music and just got me into stuff. And this song just always made me think of Uncle John's Band. And so I hear it on the radio, and it would like be, and it was like, oh, Uncle John's Band. It was kind of neat. Like, hey, there's a song about Uncle John. But now it just sort of, sort of hits me differently. Because it really just makes me think of my Uncle John and his, and just, again, like the music that he introduced me to. So yeah, had to be on my list because of that. It just makes me think of my Uncle John. So yeah, Uncle John's Band. And Working Man's Dead is a great album. I almost had Casey Jones on here. Another great song from that album. Alright, but my number 1 from Go to Heaven. This might be why Go to Heaven is my favorite Grateful Dead album, is because of this song, Alabama Getaway. Just, when I first heard this song, it was on a rerun of Saturday Night Live. Grateful Dead, it was like their second appearance on the show. And when they first appeared, their first appearance, they blew the roof off the dump when they were announced. I mean, that was a big deal getting the Grateful Dead. I mean, Lorne Michaels had no idea that the Grateful Dead were going to be this, this big deal. He didn't know. Okay. Tom Davis and Al Franken want to put this group on, whatever. And I heard it, but their second appearance, Alabama Getaway, was one of the tunes they played. Also, Saint of Circumstance, another song I really like. But this song, when I first heard it, I was like, wow, I just love it. I just love the feel of it. And it's one of those tunes, like, it's been sort of thought like it's kind of political, but really it's just about just enjoying your life. Having freedom. It's an escape. Just an escape song. And that's what the great song is. You can just kind of get lost in that song. And that's what I've always liked about Alabama Getaway. It's one of those songs that just kind of makes you feel like, yeah, I don't want to be dull and boring. I want to go out and have fun. I want to do stuff. I want to do things. And yeah, it's just one of those tunes. So yeah, I've always really dug Alabama Getaway for that reason. And yeah, these are my 10 favorite Grateful Dead songs. Again, they're not really ranked, and not really because it's. I mean, I love all these songs, and there's a few others I could have put. But again, you didn't even hear your favorite song. That's perfectly okay. That's cool. These are just my 10 favorites. Like I said at the beginning, I mean, the Dead were just one of those bands that kind of a bit of a slow burn for me. Like, I wouldn't call myself necessarily a Deadhead. Yeah, I don't know if I would like get in a bus and follow the band all over the damn North America. I don't know if I do that, but maybe if I was a kid in the '70s, I would have. It's one of those great what ifs, possibly. I mean, they're definitely the band that do it. That's what they think. People would follow them around everywhere. And that's why we have so many bootlegs of these shows, because they just played so many shows, these big long jams and different versions of songs. Always really cool. So I'm a fan of the Dead, and if you're a Grateful Dead fan, I hope you enjoyed this. That's it for this week. Until we meet again, this is Brett Strong saying good journey.